all over again.
John in North Carolina, you're on the air worldwide.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. I know your time is short. Just a couple things. We had black helicopters directly over our house just day before yesterday. I was trying to get in with you.
They were scanning you.
Well, I mean, they were right over our house, looking in our windows, I mean, within 100 feet.
Yeah, they do that. Everybody gets those visits. It's all part of being a slave.
Well, the thing is, we have no criminal history at all.
That's why. If you were a criminal, they'd like you. They don't like producing good red-blooded Americans. The MIAC report, Homeland Security, says you are the enemy.
Right, and they were definitely showing that. I've been talking to people around here and showing them the 800 FEMA camps. And yesterday I was at the Hertford Chamber of Commerce and got the pandemic flu and you, which is to be given to the, this is a checklist for the employers. And right down in there, and I show this right along with the detention, concentration camps under 1.2 plan for the, it says plan for the impact of a pandemic on your employees and customers, and it says forecast and allow for employees' absence during a pandemic due to factors such as personal illness, family illness, and here's where it is, community containment measures and quarantines.
Yeah, send that to us. We've seen that in the news, but it's always good. Send it to writers@infowars.com. God bless you, sir. I've got to move quick because we're almost out of time. But we just put up on screen Vioxx maker Merck and Co. drew up Dr. Hit List. An international drug company made a hit list of doctors who had to be neutralized or discredited because they criticized their anti-arthritis drug the pharmacological giant produced. And it goes on to say neutralize with seek and destroy teams. Go to where they live. Destroy them where they live. Go to their homes. They mean business. This is a hardcore savage group.
And, Chris, what they do is they demonize them, they marginalize them, they get them in front of a group of doctors, and they laugh at them. And it takes a lot of courage to stand up against them and say, why are you doing things that are going to damage and kill people?
And as you said earlier, they have training manuals of how the head doctors call you in a group. They laugh, knowing the average fluoride head will laugh too. And again, it's all psychology, all dog training.
Well, I tell you what, I was in the House of Delegates of the California Medical Society for 10 years. I finally brought the whole House of Delegates behind me, got a standing ovation, and of course the leaders of organized medicine still refuse to address the AIDS epidemic and to stop the unnecessary deaths. We've killed over 500,000 people in America unnecessarily. Another million are infected, and they're going to die. But people say, well, most of them are black. That's not going to affect
they're just going to put a red ribbon on and go to a dinner and feel good.
Right. Well,
so the globalists are also good at creating movements of charities around the black ops they're running to then act like they're the saviors while they do it. It's so sick.
I know it really is. But one day Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Farrakhan are going to have to stand before the Lord and answer for what they've done and the betrayal of the black people.
I hear you. We're going to have you back up soon about the whole HIV situation. John, is it John in North Carolina next, or is it Steve? Stephen in Texas. You're on the air with Dr. Stan Monteith.
Yeah, hi, Alex. Hey, Dr. Monteith, good to talk to you. As a Bible-believing Christian, I'm sure you've heard of Jonathan Edwards,
sure,
who preached the most well-known sermon in American history, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. I don't know if you're aware of how he died, but and this relates to vaccines, and I have something else I want to bring up if you have time. But in 1758, he was given the smallpox vaccine, and that's what killed him.
Well, I wish we had Jonathan Edwards back again, because he led the Great Awakening in 1730 that saved America. Well, what we need is a great revival today. Short of that, I don't think we have any possibility of survival.
And the other thing I wanted to ask is, have you ever heard of a book called Horrors of Vaccination Exposed and Illustrated? It was published in 1920.
I've got a copy right here by my right hand.
Yeah, and I had sent a copy of that to Alex, but I just wanted to give you real quick some quotes right at the beginning. It's real short. Dr. James J. Garth Wilkinson in 1876 said this: this amazing act is the homicidal insanity of a whole profession. This is blood assassination. And then another one: vaccination is not always a harmless procedure. It must be looked upon as the production of an acute infectious disease. Dr. Milton J. Rousseau, 1914. And then finally, this is the kicker: vaccination is a delusion. It's penal enforcement a crime. Professor Alfred Russel Wallace in The Wonderful Century, 1899.
Yeah, let me stop you. For those that don't know, vaccination's over 300 years old, and I did get the PDF. We need to get a link to that up on the site. We have limited personnel and just can't do everything. I'm trying to finish a film today. It has to be done. Follow the Republic, but I appreciate your call. That's why everybody else should start radio shows, websites, get the word out. RadioLiberty.com, great books, videos, materials at RadioLiberty.com. Dr. Monteith, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
It's always a pleasure. God bless you, Alex. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Straight ahead, more key news on the economy as we wrap up this transmission. I'll like to spend more time tomorrow on the overall troop takeover of America. Stay with us.